What's up, everyone? I'm Jay, and today we'll be looking at Home and judging it on a 5-star, 10-star, and 5,000 point scale. Let's get right into it. Home is a comedy and science fiction movie released in 2015. It was produced by DreamWorks Animation and distributed by 20th Century Fox. This movie was based off The True Meaning of Smek Day by Adam Rex and follows two characters. First, we've got O, a member of the alien race known as the Boov. The Boov are in the process of colonizing Earth as they run away from the villainous Gorg. The other character in this movie is this cat. Just kidding. It's a girl by the name of Gratuity Tucci, called Tip by her friends. The cat belongs to her, by the way. Tip managed to avoid relocation by the aliens, but her mom was taken, and Tip is now on a quest to find her again. Meanwhile, O has made his 60-second mistake in what we are told is a long line of horrible yet unintentionally humorous mistakes. He is therefore on the run from Boov kind and promises to help Tip find her mom if she will help him escape. All manner of jokes and relationship drama then ensue as they set out to fix O's mistake and find Tip's mom. I really like this movie. The comedy is very wordy and technical, which I love. I remember seeing this in theaters when it first came out, and there was just so much to focus on. A friend and I were constantly pointing out what the different colors on the Boov meant. Even if you aren't into the wacky antics of the Boov race, the story and animation are such high quality that you could ignore all the humor and have a story that's just as great, if not shorter. I give 1,000 points for watch value. I first watched this movie before I was a teenager, and I was very entranced by the color-changing Boov and the humor. So rewatching the movie, I was just expecting to have a fun night full of laughter. I was not prepared for this emotional roller coaster of a movie. Behind the wacky facade, this movie is spinning an incredible tale that explores emotion and loss. Needless to say, I still really like this movie. I give 1,000 points for rewatch value. I wish I could go through and break down this movie in detail, but I don't have the time for that now, so we'll just look at the beginning for an example. Before we start, people often criticize movie characters for being entirely characterless and just doing the plot, or having one or two character traits and not any real agency in the plot. So Home. This movie starts out by introducing us to O, and he is entirely character driven. For the most part, he doesn't even have an express goal at the beginning of the movie. He's friendly, outgoing, kind of clumsy, and just wants to have friends. Unfortunately for him, friends is a thing that the Boov do not do. This characterization works really well for 3 reasons. First, O is a bubbling fountain of exposition. He's glad to talk about his alien culture so long as there's anyone standing within earshot. Second, his friendliness leads directly to the mistake he makes. He attempts to invite traffic Boov Kyle to his party and accidentally sends his invitation to everyone, including the Gorg. Third, his outgoing nature and search for a meaningful relationship makes O the only Boov capable of resolving the main issue at the end of this movie. The other character of this movie is Tip, and the first time we meet her, we barely even see her face. Instead, we are treated to a 20-second recording that she has of her mom. This solidly sets up Tip's goal and motivation in the movie. She wants to get her mom back, and the audience understands why. The mom in the video is funny, caring, and just overall seems like a good person. Also, at this point, Tip has no reason to show off any of her personality because she's alone with no one to share it with. And finally, let's look at the scene where Tip and O meet. They both walk into a convenience store, and Tip shoves O into a freezer and traps him there. Tip is very upset at O because of the whole "your species took my mom" thing, and O just wants to be friends. This scene has the potential to establish Tip as a very aggressive and unpleasant person, but there's one thing that the movie does before this interaction to characterize Tip. They show a literal split screen of her and O doing the same thing. They both run in the door and take a few seconds to collect themselves. They both take a drink, wipe their mouths, and burp, and they both walk down the aisle at the same time. I believe that this is designed to make you transfer O's personality onto Tip, which is correct. Tip is also a caring and outgoing person who just wants to make friends. However, she's not really in a position to display that right now, so the movie uses visual shorthand to trick you into realizing it. And as mentioned previously, these characters totally fall into the 2 categories that people often criticize, but the writers don't forget to add in the missing stuff naturally throughout the movie. Tip reveals her personality, and O gains the determination and motivation to have a goal and plot of his own. I give 1,000 points for writing and plot. One of the main sources of comedy in this movie is the voices of the Boov. Jim Parsons brings his unique acting voice to O. Similarly, the other main Boov are given voices just as unique, but not ridiculously over the top. All of the other voice actors also do a wonderful job. You can hear the emotion coming through the screen. I give 1,000 points for acting and voice. There is so much creativity happening on screen at any given time. The entire Boov race is inspiring. The way that they change color is wonderful, and it feels natural every time. In addition, both the spherical technology of the Boov and the triangular technology of the Gorg not only look cool, but serve important narrative function when it comes to tone and perception. Not to mention the way that anything that they do is covered up later through the art. Even if it's not explained, it's shown. I give 1,000 points for effects and set. For those humans out there who aren't as smart as the Boov, that's 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, and a whopping 5,000 points. I really love all of the wordy and ridiculous jokes in this movie. Also, the music is amazing and custom made for this movie. Also, the parallels in storytelling. I could go on, but when it comes to my favorite scene, I think I have to go with the Boov death song.
I will now sing the Boov death song.
Shit.
It is rude to interrupt the death song.
And now, if there are any of you out there that can't accept this as a perfect movie, fine. I never said that it was. Full points on a review just means it's really good and I liked it. But if you want me to pick it apart, here's the stuff I noticed. The one thing that my mind focuses on that probably isn't a huge deal is Tip's house in the introduction scene. We know because of the framing of the movie that it has only been a couple of hours since the Boov invaded. And yet to me, it looks like she has been camped out here for a couple of days, maybe a week. She even has a dartboard with a Boov on it. Did she make that as soon as they arrived? And that's it. Until next time, enjoy entertainment and judge it fairly. This has been Just J Review.